noticed that in a lot of my videos, I talk about ponds. I'm always harping on about how great ponds are for the environment, and while I'm on holiday and I've got a lovely pond, maybe lake, we're going to call it a pond for the emphasis of this video, I thought I'd show you why I love them and why they're important for biodiversity. So the definition of a pond is a body of water surrounded by land. They're usually fresh water, which is really important because a lot of the creatures and plants that live around ponds would simply not survive near the salty sea. And they can be natural, man-made, or even seasonal, like such as quarries or disused areas that fill up with water to heavy rain. Tadpoles can actually tell when the water is drying out and will develop quicker. They can turn into lovely little froglets in a short amount of time before the pond disappears for that season. And it all comes down to water. Life, as far as we know it, started in water and is still dependent on it. And the greater range of features that a pond has, the greater the variety of wildlife. Features that you can see here, such as sloping beaches, muddy margins, shallow and deep water, vegetation around the pond, and the trees above it, are all features that make ponds so important. And the beauty of ponds is that they're widespread across the whole world. You can find them almost anywhere. And they're used in so many different amazing ways. Some creatures spend their whole life in ponds, such as water snails. Other creatures use it just to breed, and some just use it recreationally. So apart from fish, other creatures that spend their whole life in there are ram's horn snails. They're adapted perfectly to the environment because they can cling on to pretty much anything. And they eat all the algae and decaying plant matter, so they recycle plant matter. They also keep the ponds clean by eating all the algae and horrible stuff. So you may have woodlice all over in your garden. You've actually got relatives of woodlice living in ponds. So you've got freshwater hog lice, actually evolved gills to live their aquatic lifestyle. Like I mentioned before, some critters are actually raised in the water. So insects such as damselfly and dragonflies lay their eggs in the water and they grow up swimming about. So it's said that 1/3 of ponds have disappeared in the UK in the last 50 years. And creatures such as frogs, newts, well, everything need these to survive. It's like nature and water just have this unspoken bond that they need each other. For example, you've got the smooth newts. Which in order to lay its eggs has to carefully wrap each individual one into a leaf to keep it safe. The water forget-me-nots have the smooth, pliable leaves which is just made for this. It's not just eggs and larvae that these bodies of water are good for. Other animals rely on ponds as like sources for feedings. Bats will emerge near water areas and sweep the emerging insects and the breeding ones. So remember those little dragonfly larvae from earlier? That's the bat's dinner. Badgers, foxes, hedgehogs, for some of them this is their only source of water that they can find without being attacked by other larger animals or ran over. It's not just fish and water. Ponds have some of the most stunning examples of flora and fauna that you can find. For example, the water lily, absolutely beautiful, easily recognisable. I mean, you've seen these bog standard pictures of them white, but they can come in beautiful colours such as orange, purple. They play an important part in pond biodiversity. They're leaves that float above the water are the perfect shelter for fishes so the herons don't come down and swoop them. This is how creatures have adapted and used everything that they have to create this their home. We've also got plants like the yellow flag iris, which are known as blade grass because of their beautiful sword-like leaves. Which weirdly, their seeds have been used to make a coffee-like drink. Not to mention many other different species. This is just a whistle-stop tour of a pond. I just want to tell you a bit of my favourite bits, and now I'm going to enjoy the rest of me all day. Thank you for listening.